Oh, g'day guys. Kelvin from the Cartoon Company down under in New Zealand, and Grumpy Jason over here, who's setting up a G4X. Okay, hopefully we've got this. You good? You're not sure? I'm not comfortable with you having side cutters or actually anything sharp in your hands. Yeah, good idea. Pokey tools? No. Righto, check engine light. So you can turn it off there, but you can't turn it on there. Okay, so you'll see down the side it's got... Oh, no you can. So you're in the right spot, you're here right. You're in the right spot, but you can't put it where you want to put it because there's something else already there. Because it was a wasted spark. Oh no, it was individual coils on the last one. But you want to turn it to double or twin distributor because it's Lexus. So you have to sort your ignition out before you can sort your auxiliaries. So if you go to ignition, turn that to twin distributor, and that should work. What do you do with my chair?
I'm sitting on it.
Oh. Yeah. And a clicky click, and it should be fine. So now when you go to check engine, you should have an ignition drive that'll give you, click into that, and an output becomes an ignition drive. Oh look, you've got it now. Auxiliary ignition number, whatever. You sort that, I'll sort this.
So what's Jace doing here? I'm going to cut in and voice over a voiceover. He switched off the ignition to twin distributor, and now he's putting that check engine light onto the ignition output that was left over. The G4X doesn't allow you to double up on things. The way they've done it, if they've allocated an output, you need to go to the right spot to change it over. And it actually works really well if you kind of understand what they're trying to achieve. What it means is when it comes in, you can see that we've got the output pins on the bottom left-hand side of the screen, and you can see very quickly where things are allocated. So for someone coming into a tune, an existing tune, it is a lot faster.
Am I going to have to talk over what you were doing and try and decipher the problems you were having?
Right, where's the idle speed control?
In idle speed control. You'd put idle speed control in idle speed control, wouldn't you?
I mean Taco, sorry.
I'm always doing idle speed control.
No, alright.
Taco's got its own one, yep. You look like you kind of got an idea now.
No, once I find everything.
What have we got flashing? AN code 14, AN Volt 2 below.
I haven't got that far yet. I'm going through the...
Yeah, but AN Volt 2 should actually work. It should be the same as the storm, even on the monsoon. Plugged in.
So for you got warning.
Warning. Yeah, so I have it as a warning buzzer, so I can set it for different parameters. So put it as a GP output. So if you go down a little bit, and we should have
GP.
No, up a little bit then. There should be some. If you click, which one is it on? 6?
4.
Oh, 4. Click onto aux 4. And I think you can turn that function on. It might be locked. No, so there's, if you go down, there should be a... Yeah. Hey, I'm not meant to be doing this. Here. GP output. And you push that little arrow and it drops GP outputs. So we've actually got, see we've got GP output 1.
Mm.
You can probably turn GP output 2 off, stoplights, because we're not going to have stoplights. And I don't think this is, I think this is the base setting, not the... Did we not zap the tune out of the Storm when we put it back in the cupboard and save a copy? Might have to power it up and check it. Okay, and so that's the stoplights gone. So if you go to overheat...
No, it hasn't gone, still.
If you just... click on it. Go to the label. Remove the label. Delete the label. That better?
Sure.
It had gone, but it still had the label. Okay, so click on overheat. And the output needs to go in the right spot. It'll be aux 4, won't it? Aux 4?
Mm-hmm.
Overheat. So switch to low, condition 1 only. So that's if the ECT is greater than 100 degrees. It really needs 2 conditions. It needs to be RPM as well. But that would, so then that one would buzzer. If you turn the key on, it's over 100 degrees, it would buzzer.
No.
If you want to put an RPM in as well. So it has to be running. So instead of condition 1 only, make it condition 1 and 2. Yep. And then go down to parameter 2 and find triggers and put get RPM. You don't want to do that. You use the little arrowy thing on the side. So if you go to triggers, you go to the little arrowy thing. Yeah, that's it. And that's better. Engine speed. Yep. And go greater than. Oh, that threw you out. You touch the power wire. Try to connect again. And it'll say you're connecting to an ECU. And yes, we do want to use those same settings. We don't want to. That's cool. And engine speed is greater than. So if you hold your hands up, that's a less than. So, but we want it the other way. Yeah, that one. And like 400 RPM. Probably just should do a save into the ECU, eh? Why have we got auxiliary ignition 4 clicking in and off, on and off? What's on auxiliary 4? Is that the check engine light?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's why it's active, non-active.
Yeah,
it's flashing a code.
Flashing codes, yep.
Yep. You want me to hold that? I'm not going to hold. I'm going to put it there.
Yeah, good on you. So you want 35.
What are you putting on auxiliary 5?
The oil light or something?
Oil pressure light. Oh, yep. And again, you can't do it on the output pin. You can turn them off there, but you can't turn them on there. But like you with your girlfriend. There's some places you can turn them on. You can turn them off, but you can never turn them on again there. So GP output. And you give it a label. Yeah, we'll give it a label. And yeah, output on the correct place, which is aux 5. And then got to pay lots again. So condition 1 and 2 and do the same thing. No, we want it to go on anytime.
No, on stopwatch.
We don't want it on just stoplights. So go down to switch 1 parameter.
Yep.
That's condition. So we go down to parameter. Yep. Up 1. And there should be oil pressure. And again, so it'll be an analog, it might be an analog input, analog to oil pressure, but actually you should be able to find just oil pressure. So if you scroll down, it should simply have oil pressure as an input.
Fuel.
Oil pressure. And that has got to be less than. Yep. What are we going to make it? 10 psi? 75-ish? 66, 70 kPa?
Sure.
$10.29, that is. Close enough?
Sure.
It's, I think it's been rebuilt, this motor, so it should be, well, not my one, because my one should bring a light, but the loom that this is going, the vehicle this is going on, I think the engine's been rebuilt with a good oil pump. Cool.
What's the last one?
It's a spare, auxiliary 6.
I don't need that thing.
It's a spare, and digital 3 is a spare. We've got to put blankers into those.
Okay. DI.
We actually need to go to, are you doing DIs?
Oh.
Okay, yep. So DI1 is a speed input. You know what we haven't got? A speed output. Well, if we've got a speed input, we need a speed output. So that can be number 6.
So not GP.
I think there's a speedo out heading. Oh, and there's an extra place to put a wire in your plug. Did you find speedo out?
No.
On auxiliaries outputs, if you go up. Speedo out under shift light there. You got speedo out. There you go. So output, you've got to put it onto, yeah.
active state low. You need to change it to source.
Tomato.
Should be. Have we got vehicle speed anywhere, or is it just going to be a GP speed 1? GP speed 1. You can do it as a non-driven speed, and that should be fine. And then if you go into your digital, you can then put speed into your digital.
Right.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
I don't know what you're doing.
Using spastic. DIO. Is it on DIO1?
Yes, it is. Pull up resistor off. Oh,
Yep.
I got to answer that. You're good. Resistor off. Active state on. High. You getting on? You winning?
No.
No. What's your problem now?
No, these haven't changed. The name of it hasn't changed.
Just turn it off. Source. Click in. Off. Hey, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh, you're clicking it with your fat fingers. Your fat fingers are clicking on the mouse.
I know, I'm starting to get annoyed with it. And
The next one, break up, and actually off. Maybe you need to. Same deal. You just off them.
yeah, but when I put DIO1 as a start trigger,
Yeah. Start position. Look, it's got its own little heading.
no,
That was you again.
that was me.
I'm actually wondering if, because we had a modified one, whether we modified it with this laptop.
I don't want clutch switch. Alright, DIO1 speed.
See, the great thing for this one is I can go along on this laptop and I just look at the ignition output pins and very quickly see what's going on. DI1? Yep, cool.
DIO1 speed.
Yes.
Speed input. No, start, sorry. DIO2.
DI2 is start. Yep.
Just going to switch on.
So you've DI1 is speed, DI2 is. Yeah, so start input you need to put to DI2.
To speed input. The speed?
The speed input.
Mm.
Again, so we've got... Give me a moment.
Right, this is weird. Oh, the old ones. I want this. This is what I want. Done.
We're doing GP inputs. Here's that stoplight switch. Get rid of that. Okay.
GB speed one.
GP speed 1. DI1.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up resistor off. Calibration is actually going to need a calibration number. What did I use on that Ute? 230? 200?
230 sounds about right.
Put 230 in it.
Just started anyway.
Right, what's next on your list?
Start one. I think it's already there.
Now you can just click on input pins. See, if you just click on that little arrow for input pins, there they are. So you can see what you've actually put onto different places.
Yep.
That makes sense?
DI3 and nothing in it,
DI3 is empty. Oh no, DI3 is the idle switch. Oh no, you've got nothing on that one. Did you run the idle switch to the TPS?
Yes, it did.
Yes, you did.
Blue wire.
Where did that go?
Into here. Nope, it's a grey wire. It's DI4.
DI4 at the top. That's why you see left DI3 out and you put it on DI4.
No.
It's exactly what it says on your piece of paper.
Yeah.
Look, your paper.
Yeah.
I'm beeping. DI4, Jess.
So that's idle.
No, you go up. GP. No, you're too far. GP input 1. That's a GP delay 1. You got to. So this caught me out when I was doing oil pressure, and I had it off a linear table instead of a table.
No, GP.
So for GP input 1, that's it. Idle. Let's see, spell it right, eh?
No.
There we go. Yep. And then source is going to be DI4. And now it's going to want the pull-up resistor on. The state should be low. Is it on at the moment? DI4 is on. I'll open the throttle. Tell me if it goes off.
Oh, go. Yeah, it's on now. Yep.
It off?
It's all inactive now. Yep.
Did you actually set this TPS?
What do you mean?
Did you just bolt it on?
I just bolted it on.
So does it go off there
Yep.
and on there?
Yep.
And you just bolted that on?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like perfect.
No, good day. And I put that throttle body together too.
You put the throttle on and it's perfect.
Spin. Can't fight.
Okay, cool.
So let's do that.
It's good. And it's adjusted perfectly. Tenace.
We'll see what happens when you adjust the idle though. We'll see the idles.
Yeah, if we do adjust the base idle, we probably can get this one warm and set the base idle. Probably easier for us to do it. Just save that in, just in case. Have you done a save a copy of that? Stored ECU. Just do a file save as. Next one. Yep, file save as. Put it into tuning maps. So at the top, go back one. Not that far back, just here. Just go, yep, that one. G4X. And you should click into G4X now. And then there's tuning maps. Pop it into that one.
Good.
Yep. Oh, there's a traditional setup for a monsoon. Yep, that'll do. Brad, we're good. Save that. Cool. Okay, you've got have you done the temps, because we've got that temp fault.
No, that was my next thing, I think.
Do we work down? Does it have analogs down next day? I've sort of designed it so you work your way down through it. Yep. So ECT.
What the fuck is BAP?
Barometric absolute pressure.
Yeah.
And it's actually got a barometric sensor inside the ECU. Baro sensor. Okay. So if you click on it, it should actually say, if you click on BAP, I think it'll say internal. Okay, so that's in the ECU. Okay. ECT, so engine coolant temp. Fault 1. That should work. What temp is it giving us? If you whip into either the runtime values, or you just click on tuning, it'll bring it up. 25 degrees. And the air temp's at 25. Okay, so find air temp. Inlet air temp down the bottom there. IAT under GP4, analog GP4. You down, a couple more. Oh, up. There you go. Inlet air temp. And it's probably going to say that hopefully it's in the right spot. Click on that. Temp 2. Error value is 30 degrees. It was reading 22. Just clear it. If you clear the fault codes, I think you'll find that, because all that's correct. It's in the right spot. It's been turned on. That's that one problem. The map sensor, because this one was from a storm which had an external map sensor. So it's under IAT. One more down. It's no longer an analog volt 1, so that is a problem. So if you turn it to internal and then do a calibration, it's saying it's at 97. Yep, down the bottom. There's your fat fingers again. 98. 98. Cool. Okay, next one. Do you want to turn those?
And then volt 1. There's oil tank.
Okay. Hey, miss. Happy cup. Happy cup. Are you coming over here? How's your tuning? How's the tuning, dog?
Hello. More timing, you reckon? Okay. Page up. More boost. There's no boost in this one, Bobby. There's no boost. Oh, nitrous. There's no nitrous.
Okay.
Just the one you did, mate. Anyway, what are we doing?
Oil temperature and oil pressure. Oil temp. So we've put it onto. Oh, careful, careful. She was trying to disconnect. It's gone AN temp 2 below value again.
Source.
Yep. Source it. AN volt 1. Because I put the external pull-up resistor on.
Looks it out.
And what you can do with these, if you want to put an error value that can really cause chaos, you can put like a negative value. So you've got choices, right? If you want it to really show a problem, you put the error value at like -20. So if anyone ever sees a negative value, they know that that sensor's got a problem. But you don't want to put safeties and checks in there if that's going to cause you problems in a race vehicle or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends on what you're trying to do. Do you want the person to stop, or do you want the person to continue racing, or continue driving? Or so if you want them to stop, in a negative value, put safety cuts in. See you later. You can't go. Too bad. You're not going to go. Your engine's not going to run. So on this one, let's just do a normal type value, 75 degrees. So it'll get you home. One turn, and we're going to call it standard Bosch NTC. It should actually fault at the moment because it isn't connected, but and we'll do oil pressure because the oil pressure's in the same spot.
Down. Up. So pressures. Volt 2.
It's in the right place, and a TI sensor or a 150 psi sensor will work just fine. And you might as well put fuel pressure in the same spot. So, have we got fuel pressure in here?
Yes, only volt 4.
No, have we got it? Sorry, we don't have it as a heading, as a specific heading. So you need to put it. No, go back there. It's fine. So you just go into a GP pressure 1. And add your label. Let's go with the easy label. Oh, and we'll put the full label on because that'll make it easier for anybody else. They can see that as definitely fuel pressure. Source number 4. It's already on number 4.
Go ahead.
So wait, have we already got a fuel pressure in here somewhere? Fuel pressure, look, it's got its own table. That's why it's there. And log volt 4, and we're using the same sensor, eh?
Which one? Fuel pressure. No, we're just gonna.
It's still a 150 Ti sensor. 150 Ti will work.
It's got a 3-pin.
A 3-pin nothing. Yeah, it's a Ti. So the calibration table of that combo sensor
Oh, it's the same.
is as close as. I could put in the exact one because that combo sensor is actually 145 psi.
Yeah.
And that other one's a 150 psi. Okay, what's left? You should have started at, see, they kind of designed it so you start at the top and you work your way down the list. See, but I normally do analogs first. I do my analogs before I do my outputs. Because you want to have your outputs and you want to have an input for fuel pressure and for oil pressure before you put an output for the oil light. Because you can't have an output for an oil light if you don't have an input. Now I'm doing your trick. Be red. Oh, you're in your caps lock, eh? Firing order. 18436 Can I say it faster? Can I say it any faster?
Probably.
And it's no longer sequential.
No.
That wouldn't work. And we've got semi-sequential as an option now. So they put semi-sequential as an option so that you can use your last, if you're using a 6-cylinder on semi-sequential, you can use those last drives. So before you couldn't use your extra drive because it would actually fire all the injection drives were driven. So it would go 1, 3, 4. It would do the drive 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, even if it was on a 6-cylinder. So you couldn't use it for something else. Ignition is correct. We've got some tables. Did you move it to here?
No. Special.
You are special. Okay, what's next? Make it run?
No, I think so. I think it's everything.
You think that's everything? Righto, let's make it go. The great thing about this is now when you're doing a job like this, what it does is it tunes, it makes it very, very easy because it lets you know where things are.
So again, just make sure it doesn't fucking...
So that should be fan now. So this should now be fan. So I can just test that on. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And fuel pump. Test on. That works. And so now the fan is on the right place. That's better.
We've got a mist going on now.
Good.
Oh, can. We need to set up can.
Oh, we'll get it running and then I'll set up can, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just sort that to the ECU and I'll just file save that as well. Yep. Oh, So I hope that was helpful. It now runs like it should. We'll go through, we've got other things to sort as per normal. And we've got to address that AN Volt 2 issue. We'll fix those, all those little bits and pieces, and get this ready to go out. But hey, hope that was helpful on the setup of a G4X. If you've got any questions or any little tidbits you want a bit more tutorial on, let me know, and I'll see what I can do when we're setting something up.